God bless you, dear students. This is your Islamiyat lesson, class 8th O level. Topic is Surah Ikhlas. The objectives are to inculcate the values and purity of faith, to make a firm belief in the absolute unity of Allah, to make students aware of the actual meaning of the religious norms and traditions. Students, the name of this surah is Ikhlas, meaning purity of faith, which is its core matter because faith in the absolute unity of Allah is the foundation of Islam. The Holy Prophet ﷺ is said to have described the surah as one-third of the Holy Quran. Students, this is translation of Surah Ikhlas. He is Allah, the one and only. Allah, the eternal absolute. He does not beget nor begot, nor is he begotten, and there is none like him. The Holy Prophet ﷺ is said to have described the surah as one-third of the Holy Quran. As I have mentioned, people on different occasions inquired from the Holy Prophet ﷺ about the nature and essence of Allah, to whose worship he invited. Students, Allah is one without any hint or any hint of a plurality. He has no one to share in his lordship. People, as you know, inquired about the unity and oneness of God, and you know, Allah is the sustainer of this universe, and Allah is the personal name of one supreme being who is free from all defects and shortcomings, and who alone is worthy of worship. The attributes of Allah are different from anything we know in our present world. He is eternal and ever living, that is, he is from the beginning and shall remain forever, and he is immune from death. His existence to absolute existence. He does not depend upon any other person or thing. He is the exclusive master and owner of the earth and the heaven, and no one else has any part or share in his rule. His authority, his sovereignty, his attribute or his power. The Quran says, to Allah belongs all that is in the heaven and on the earth. Students, Allah is one without any hint of plurality. He has no one to share in his lordship, neither in his essence nor his attributes. He is the only one to whom worship is due. All other beings or things are his creatures and in no way resemble him or comparable to him in rank, attribute, work, or power and degree. He has no partner, no father or son. Allah is eternal and immortal without beginning or end, not limited by time or place or circumstances. He is absolute, not sustained or dependent on any other person or thing, whereas all people, persons and things are dependent on him for beginning as well as their continued existence. The fact that Allah is matchless and unique in every aspect beyond the range of human comprehension or imagination explains why any attempt to depict him by means of figures or symbols must be qualified as blasphemous denial of truth. The fact that Allah is unique in every aspect. All the messengers of Allah prescribe divine unity to their people. The Quran says, He said, O my people, worship Allah. Ye have no other God but Him. Students, as you know, I taught you the explanation of Surah Ayatul Kursi. And in that surah, I explained that his knowledge is complete without absolute, perfect, and all embracing. He is aware of the hidden and manifest, the present as well as the past. And fact which is beyond our perception. He also knows what shall be in future, and none of his creature, including angels and the prophets, can be his equal in respect of his knowledge. Quran at another place speaks of the absolute knowledge of Allah as well as the limited one of the people. He knows what is before them and what is behind him, and they offer no intercession except for those who are acceptable. And it is he who knows what is open in speech and what you hide. Students, I taught you the unity or oneness of Allah. Belief in the unity and oneness of Allah. Tawheed is the first and main principle of Islamic faith. It means that Allah is supreme being, the creator, sustainer, and master of the universe, the highest authority and exclusive worthy of worship. The first surah of Holy Quran begins with the words, "Praise to be Allah, the cherisher, the sustainer of the worlds." Students, you must read this lesson from your book and try to improve your knowledge, and in this way you would be able to give the appropriate answers. You must do the practice. Thank you and God bless you.